Hey guys, this is part 3 of the second movement of Mozart's Piano Sonata No. 16. Before I get into part 3, I'm just going to show you guys what we've learned so far in parts 1 and 2, just to kind of show you the transition between the two parts, and as a review of what we've already learned in the song. So here is everything that we've learned in parts 1 and 2. Right there at the end of part 2 on the F sharp in the right hand and the D in the left hand. So to continue with part 3, here's middle C. So to continue, after ending part 2 on the F sharp in the right hand, D in the left hand, we're going to switch the bass from the G-B-D pattern to the G-C-E pattern in the left hand. So have your fingers over the G-C-E. And the next section is going to be played, next section is going to go like this. Just like that. I'll show you how to play that. To start that section, we're going to play the second G above middle C in the right hand. When we play that in the right hand, we're going to play this G here in the left hand with it. To start that G-C-E pattern. And we're going to play F sharp in the right hand, E in the left hand. Then G with the C. Then F sharp in the right hand with the E in the left hand. And we're going to play this A here in the right hand. When we play that A, we're going to start the G, C, E pattern again with the G. So play the A with the G. Then we're going to play G in the right hand, E in the left hand. Then F sharp with the C. Then G with the E. So that whole little part goes like this. And at normal speed. Just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to switch the bass to the G, A sharp, C sharp pattern. So G, A sharp, C sharp. And we're going to start that pattern with this F sharp here in the right hand. So F sharp in the right hand, G in the left hand. Then E with the C sharp. Then D in the right hand, A sharp in the left hand. And the two C sharps together. So that little part goes like this. So here's everything that we've learned so far. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the G-B-D pattern in the left hand. And we're going to play D in the right hand with the G. Then B with the D. Then D with the B. D in the right hand, B in the left hand. Then B with the D. And then we're going to play this G in the right hand, and that'll start the G-B-D pattern again in the left hand. So G in the right hand, G in the left hand. And we're going to finish that G-B-D pattern out by itself. So D, B, D. And then we're going to play the G-B-D pattern again. G, B, or G, sorry, G, D, B, D. So again, that little part goes like this. And as you can see, we kind of rotate between the D and the B keys. That's what we play in the right hand. And we play the G-B-D pattern with it. So again, I'll go over that again. So D with a G, D in the right hand, G in the left hand. B with the D, D in the right hand, B in the left hand. B in the right hand, D in the left hand. And we're going to play this G in the right hand, and we're going to start the G-B-D pattern again with the G in the left hand. Then we're going to finish that pattern with the D, B, play that GBD pattern again all by itself, so no right hand. So G, D, B, D. So that whole little part goes like this. Just like that. I hope that isn't too confusing for you guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the A, C, D pattern in the left hand. And the next section is going to be played like this. Just like that. So it's a lot of notes. So we're going to start that section with the C in the right hand, and we're going to play this A in the left hand to start that ACD pattern. And we're going to play A in the right hand, D in the left hand, then the two C's together, then A in the right hand, D in the left hand. Then we're going to play this F sharp in the right hand, and that'll start the ACD pattern again. So F sharp with the A, then A in the right hand, D in the left hand, then G sharp in the right hand with the C in the left hand, then A in the right hand, D in the left hand, then we're going to play this A sharp in the right hand, and when we play that we're going to play the A in the left hand with it. Then we're going to play this B here in the right hand, and we're going to play this D in the left hand with it. Then we're going to play the two C's together. And then we're going to play the C sharp in the right hand with the D in the left hand. So I realize there's a lot of notes right there. I'm going to go over it again pretty quickly. So C with the A, D, two C's together, A with the D, F sharp with the A with the D, G sharp with the C, A and the D, A sharp with the A in the left hand, B in the right hand, D in the left hand, two C's together, and the C sharp in the right hand with the D in the left hand. So that whole little section goes like this. Just like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get into another section here. That's going to kind of be like the same thing we just played earlier. That kind of went like this, with the D and the B, back and forth with the D and the B. So it's going to be kind of like that again. So after ending that section on the C sharp, the last section we just learned, on the C sharp and the D, we're going to change the left hand to a GBD pattern again. So have your fingers over the GBD, and we're going to play D in the right hand with the G in the left hand, then B in the right hand, D in the left hand, then then D in the right hand with the B in the left hand, then B in the right hand, D in the left hand. And this time we're going to actually, instead of playing this G here, we're going to actually play this G here. And we're going to change the bass. So it's not going to be exactly like it's the little part we learned before. It's going to be a little different. So after this part here, we're going to play the second G above middle C, and we're going to actually change the bass to an EGB pattern. So an EGB pattern in the left hand, and we're going to play the second G above middle C with the E in the left hand. And we're going to finish that EGB pattern by itself, so B, G, B. Then we're going to go down to a B, D, G pattern in the left hand. So we're going to start that B, D, G pattern by itself with the B. Then you're going to play G in the left hand. And when you play that G in the left hand, we're going to play the second B above middle C in the right hand with it. Then we're going to play F sharp in the right hand with a D in the left hand. then G in the right hand, G in the left hand. So that's everything that we've learned here. So that whole little section goes like this. Just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the bass to a C, E, A pattern. So C, E, A, have your fingers over the C, E, A. And we're going to play this D sharp here. Or we're going to play this D sharp here with the C. And we're going to play E in the right hand, A in the left hand. Then C in the right hand with the E in the left hand. And then A in the right hand, A in the left hand. Well, that little part goes like this. Again. Just like that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the bass again to a D, G, B, so a D, G, B pattern. We're going to start that pattern with this G in the right hand. So G in the right hand, D in the left hand. And we're going to play B, G in the left hand by itself. And then when we play this B in the left hand to finish that D, G, B pattern, we're going to play this G again in the right hand with it. So again, that little part goes like this. Just like that. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to a D, A, C pattern in the left hand. And we're going to actually play two notes in the right hand. We're going to play an F sharp, B. Those two notes, so F sharp, B in the right hand, with this D in the left hand together. Then we're going to play A in the right hand, C in the left hand. Then G in the right hand, A in the left hand. Then A in the right hand, C in the left hand. And then we're going to actually play two notes in the left hand together, so G and the C. So it's not going to be a pattern, it's just going to be these two notes together, G and the C. And we're going to play F sharp, A in the right hand with it. And then after that we're going to play G in the right hand, B in the left hand. So that whole little part of the song goes like this. And at normal speed. And that G with the B actually ends that part of the song. The next part of the song, as some may know, goes like this. So on and so forth. So I'm going to go over everything that we've learned in part 3. So here is everything that we've learned in part 3. And that's part 3, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.